Welcome to the second part of the Angular Material Reactive Form tutorial series. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to create an Angular Material Reactive Form. Now, this is the second part of the Angular Material Reactive Form tutorial series. In the first part, you learned how to install Angular Material and use Angular Material components in an Angular project. Now, in this tutorial, what you learn is you learn how to create a form like the one you're seeing on your system, on your video right now. This will have certain fields like first name, last name, address, date of birth, and a radio button to indicate the gender. On click of the save button, you will get the form data collected into a JSON, and that will be printed in your console. So let's get started. Let's start by creating a reactive form. So we'll start by importing the required modules. So go to your app.module.ts file and import forms module and reactive forms module. These two modules are required for creating the reactive forms. Now just go to your app.component.ts. In your app.component.ts file, you'll import a form builder which we'll use to create a form group. So let's define a constructor function for your app.component, and inside the constructor function define an instance of form builder. Now once you have the form builder here, you can define a profile form using this form builder. You can create a form group. So now we are looking forward to include a couple of fields like first name. So let's add those fields here. Initial value is empty. Last name. Address. Date of birth. And gender. Now you have your form builder group ready. Now all we need to do is we need to bind or like map this profile form to the HTML template that's in app.component.html. Now once you have your profile form or the reactive form ready, you need to bind that data to your app.html file, to your app.component.html file. So go to your app.component.html file, and here as you can see we have a form and we have an input field, a mat input or like Angular material input for first name, for last name, and for and a text area for address, and a date of birth thing like a calendar for date of birth, and a radio group for selecting the gender. So what you need to do in order to bind this thing is you go to the form, you add a form attribute here called form group, and you set it to profile form. Now go to your input, first name input, add form control name to first name. Similarly, go to the other controls like last name, set the name as last name. Go to the text area here, set it as the address. Go to your calendar picker input control and set it as DOB. Go to your radio button group here and set it as gender. So one thing to notice here is like I have used a couple of Angular material controls here, like mat input, text area, mat label, extra, and mat radio button group, etc. So in order to get this thing working, what you need to do is you need to import these things in your module. So just for information's sake, I have placed these things here. So what you want to do is you need to add these things in your app.module. So go to your app.module file and import these things here. Once you have all these things ready, what you can do is you can simply save the project and run it using npm start. Once the project is up and running, you just go to your browser and load the app. So here you can see everything here. Now on click of this button, we need to collect this form data. So for that thing, what we'll do is we'll add a click on this thing. So let's add a click information here and set it to save form. Now go to your app.component.ts file and add a method for this. And in this thing, what you can do is you can print the values of this thing. So this .profile.value, this will give you what do you call, this will give you the data of the particular form. So you can see the data like form data. Let's log it to your browser console to see what it is. So it will give you an object of that particular form. So if I, okay, so here is my, I'll just refresh this thing. So now if I go to the inspect thing, console, so go to console. Okay, there you go. Now let's enter some data. Okay, second. Okay, it should be good. Let's go to console again. Okay, so it's Jack Cameron, New Delhi, date of birth. Let's select some date. Okay, mail, and if you click the save button here, you can see that the form data is here. So that particular form builder group, it gives you all those data without any extra effort. So you see, get the data here like first name, gender, etc., etc., etc. So using the same information, we can like using the same reactive forms, we can validate or like put validations on these input fields. So and pretty much many other features are also available, which we can have look later. So that was all for this video. So in the coming or in the next video, we'll see how to validate, how to place validations on these input fields and controls. So thanks for watching. So if you like the video or you find the videos helpful, please support the channel by subscribing, liking and sharing the content. Thanks for watching.